Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Texans for the Arts Weekly Advocacy Update. As per usual, I'm joined by our fearless leader, Executive Director Ann S. Graham, and our new friend, Tiffany Stalker from KORG USA. Today, we'll be talking about Make Music Day and many of the festivities happening here in Austin. So, Ann, I'll turn it over to you, and you'll go from here.
Great. Thank you so much, Chris. And just a few updates before I give Tiffany a little more formal introduction. Texans for the Arts here. If I look tired, we just had a 4-hour board retreat, and I want to give a shout out to the board of directors of Texans for the Arts, the statewide arts advocacy organization, for their time and commitment. We're sort of wrapping up and analyzing the successes that we've had with the Texas legislative session and the $10 million for Texas Commission on the Arts Cultural Districts that we helped secure, along with our other partner organizations like the Texas Cultural Trust, and just really moving forward on that positive note, but also reflecting already the fact that there will be special sessions ahead, and how do we continue to make sure that the arts are part of the conversation, especially as we look at American Rescue Plan dollars. So now we're doing a lot of encouragement for municipalities and arts leaders in municipalities to seek American Rescue Plan. Go to our website, texansforthearts.com, and you'll find lots of information on how you in your community can seek those funds. So please look us up again, texansforthearts.com. I want to give a shout out here to Tiffany, and I'm going to read a little bit of a bio briefly before she gets underway. Talks about Make Music Day. Tiffany is the Senior Manager of Education for KORG USA and has spent over 15 years actively helping schools and communities build programs to increase engagements with students, teachers, and parents, while simultaneously driving meaningful and impactful business to improve music and arts programs nationwide. Something we can absolutely get behind. Having a clear vision of the challenges that each stakeholder faces in our industry is critical to our success in making more music makers and to better understand the landscape of our business. Tiffany has the pleasure of working with the Technology Institute for Music Educators on the advisory board and executive team, served as the local unit PTA president, and currently serves as secretary on the board of trustees for Abbott ISD in Texas. I will say I am a product of music education in the public schools of Los Angeles, where I grew up, and picked up the cello and played it throughout my entire life, and with a few years hiatus in college and then a few more with children. But music is the cornerstone, and having access to the arts and music in public school, in our schools, is vital and something that we're committed to as an organization. So thank you for the work that you do, Tiffany, and happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Make Music Day, I'm going to turn it over here to, is this an exciting thing that Texans for the Arts has just gotten involved in for the first time? And tell us more about the origins, what it is, how we get involved, what you're up to spread the word, because it's coming up soon, June 21st.
It is. Thank you so much for the opportunity to spend some time with you and your group. Make Music Day is really such a unique opportunity for us to just make music, to just celebrate making music. You know, for a lot of us, passion, it's our livelihood, it's a hobby, you know, and in the busyness of life, sometimes we just don't, you know, and it really is a very special day. Started back in 1982 in France, where obviously there are all kinds of different music festivals, but this was something to where the founder just said, do whatever we can do, we have available, and let's just celebrate making music. And fast forward from that, we now have over 1,000 cities in 120 countries that celebrate Make Music Day every year on June 21st. And Austin, funny enough, was not involved until last year with all of the rich
music capital of the world,
right? Yes. So interesting year to launch a live event party. Not only were we all quarantined or supposed to be quarantined and sheltered, it was also Father's challenges as we kicked off, but as the organizers really focusing on Austin, as we get together and we brainstorm and we talk about who are the power players in the city, who can we partner with, to talk about this and really get people excited about making music. It's been so neat to make new friends and new colleagues and really get the word out about Make Music Day. So, just for example, if you can think about back in the early 80s, obviously music technology was very different than what we experience today. And truthfully, pre-COVID music technology and meetings and technology on a daily basis, especially for musicians, was very different a year and a half ago. And working in education, that's one of our biggest challenges, is that music teachers tend to be a little bit more traditional in their thinking and their ways of teaching. And we try to really, so although it has been a very challenging year for us in education with all of the emergency flooding the schools, teachers sure are excited, kiddos sure are excited to get back to class and make music. And so what we're trying to do as an organization representing Make Music Day to finally have live events and to be outside and to collaborate with one another and celebrate with one another, which is amazing. But we also have the technology that we can leverage as well. And so as a group, as an international group, they are hosting several things online. They have a Mix Mash Studios where you can work with other artists all around the world and put your music together without even knowing who the other producers or artists are. They're having what they're calling a track meet, where you can enter in just random tracks of music and they'll compile them together with other people's tracks to make a piece that they'll then post and everyone can listen to and enjoy. One of the things that I'm really excited about is the music lesson marathon. So the Make Music Day folks have done a really, really fabulous job of coordinating and working together with big companies like Jupiter, Nuvo, the Dance Music Initiative, MTNA, and Flight Ukulele to host hours and hours and hours of free online musical lessons. So if you've ever wanted to play the ukulele and you just don't know how to navigate YouTube well enough to really pay attention and get those lessons, there will be hours, up 12 hours of ukulele lessons on Make Music Day.
So where do you find this information? If I want to pick up the ukulele, is that a ukulele on the wall you've got behind you? How do you access all this information?
So we would love for you to visit our webpage and then obviously follow the links from there. And that's makemusicday.org/Austin. It's a very simple page to navigate. There's lots of information there, and we're literally adding new activities, partners and concerts daily. So go back often and check on that. Another really exciting thing that we haven't even added to the website is we are actually able to partner with the Austin Public Library System. And on Make Music Day, they will be launching a 6-week concert series online, where people will be able to log in and listen to all kinds of music, and it's going to be really, really neat. So we have also a matchmaking platform. So if you are a musician or if you manage or own a venue and you want to participate, if you already have things going on that are free to the public and want to kind of put the Make Music Day stamp on there, you can go on and register your event, and it will start to populate in our list of events on the website. If you're an artist or a venue that you don't necessarily have something planned, but you'd like to possibly be a part of it, it's a matchmaking platform. So if you're an artist, you can say, this is who I am and this is where I am, and then it will populate the different venues that are in your area. If we don't have a venue yet in your area, still register, because we're actually working with the Texas Office of Music, and we'll be sending out an email to all those people registered to let them know about the matchmaking platform as well.
Okay. So I imagine also if you go to makemusicday.org, there's also links of other cities in Texas that are also part of the day. Good. So it's not just, I happen to be here in Austin, so we'll be partaking there. And What we are hoping to do is that we're still dependent upon the State Preservation Board, as we have a request in for the use of the rotunda in the state capitol on Monday, June 21st. But we're waiting. They still haven't opened the building for those purposes of using the rotunda yet, not for music and arts. So we're waiting patiently. And if that doesn't work out, then we'll head outside and do something as long as it's not raining outside. So
what a beautiful venue. Thank you so much.
Well, we're trying, and I know the state's trying too. So just playing the cautious road, because really we're still navigating post COVID, and yes, it's very difficult to launch a live music day in the middle of 2020 of any time. So more power for sticking with it, and exciting now to try to be a part and do what we can. Because the Austin Public Library system, for instance, just opened, for the first time a couple of weeks ago, right? So just to be in the library is the first thing, let alone being able to make music or listen to music. So,
and even if we can't do it now, all the partners, all the supporters are very excited to grow and to have ideas to do more, because we will get out of this funk eventually. We will get out and see each other live and in person again. So we're looking forward to it. But June 21st, it'll be a great day. So there'll be plenty of activities and music to listen to and participate in online and in person.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I always love our weekly Wednesday arts advocacy updates, whatever they bring. Again, check out the webpage, makemusicday.org, and look up your community wherever you're watching from. And maybe you're around the world and you're in another country, but you can find out what's happening. We'll look again to hopefully grow it into 2022 and onward. And thankfully, you guys have put your foot in the door here, and more doors are opening. So we really appreciate having you, and thank you. And we look forward to seeing people on June 21st at Make Music Day. All right.
Thank you, Anne.